from Bat and Ball Cricket. Thanks for checking in for another episode. Today we're completing a cleanup of this Phantom Dark Edition. Bat hasn't been used particularly heavily, but the player doesn't like the weight. He really likes the performance of the bat, but feels that the bat is a little bit heavy. So we're going to try and lighten it for him a little bit. Now, before we do that, you can see it's a very full profile. So we're not going to impact or we're not going to touch the back of the bat at all. It does have an extra tech sheet as well as fiber tape. So the first two things we're going to do is take those off and clean up the face of the bat to get it back to a natural face bat. From there, then we can see what weight we actually get down to. So we're looking, or the starting weight of the bat is £2.10 and 7/8 of an ounce, so close enough to £2.11, so on the heavier side. So we'll give it a clean up and see what that actually does in the weight first and see what the player thinks. Alright guys, stay tuned. finished the cleanup of this Phantom Dark Edition. Now, taking the Extra Tech sheet off, we've been able to lose half an ounce through the face, so we've got it a little bit lighter. The other thing that I noticed is that we had about 3 ounces or 2 3/4 ounces in grips on the handle of the bat, using these quite heavy rib grips from Phantom. They're a great grip, but they are quite heavy. So what I have done is I have taken off the bottom grip. That gets us about another 1.5 ounces. And what I have then done is put a second row of binding. It's a nice thick twine that I've put the binding on in underneath there, and that gives us the handle back to around about the same shape, or around about the same width as with 2 grips on, but binding is much lighter than the rubber from a grip. So in total, we're about 2 ounces out. If the player does want to put a sheet back on, I'm not a huge fan of facings on newer bats, which this is. It's a great new bat. I feel you get a better response or better performance from the bat without a facing on it. But if he really wants to put a facing on, we can put one on, and that'll only be about that half an ounce back on, but we've got the full 1.5 ounces out of the top. It hasn't changed the balance of the bat substantially, so it should still pick up and play pretty well for his particular needs. If not, we've got a couple of other options that we can go through, and that could be a subsequent video. Alright guys, so this is Clinton from Bat and Ball Cricket. We'll catch you again really soon in the next installment. Bye for now.